Hello. We're back on Dishonored today. Look around. Okay.
Please, no. Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed, except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survive.
Because he only gave me
I saw
half
him
the
on the river
poison.
shortly before the killing began. He was smart enough not to come ashore, but I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you is my guess.
Maybe.
At first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too.
Dang.
Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything. Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that. Emily was there when the killing started.
My
Poor child.
God.
I hope she hid her eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done, going after the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too. I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died.
Dang.
Lydia's the only one who ever showed me any kindness. I don't think the Admiral actually knew I existed.
Could be why you lived. Place is a shell.
I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize off the throne.
Already out into the world. Oh, fudge.
Kid at the last coronation. Did you even make it to tonight? Oh, you look at this mess? Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poison, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Mask in the river, left town. That's what a rational person would do. Not this guy. You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Caldwell girl from him, the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage, and only let him out at night.
The criminal mind, huh? So what's he doing now?
Waiting. He's probably watching us right now. That crazy man.
Ever closer
Until...
What's so impressive about Corvo anyway? Who's he got up against? A couple of high overseers, a couple of noblemen? He could never stand up to men with our training.
Well, now I do hope he shows up. I want to see you run crying for the cover of the tall boys out back.
Like you
I
were.
only got 5.
What was I supposed to do? Stand there and get hit by rocks?
They were just kids.
They were a gang. I hope Lord Regent Havelock sends the tall boys in to level the place. It's gonna be a new era.
Having a 10-year-old on the throne isn't gonna cure the plague.
High Overseer Martin says it will. He says we were cursed when the Empress died by Corvo's black magic, and the rats are never gonna leave until we had a real Caldwell back. He says the outsider follows Corvo around.
There's some curse on this city, that's for sure. I'm still trying to forget working in the flooded district.
Don't remind me. Before we go, I'm gonna stash a few bottles of wine from the cellar. Take them out here with us.
Just make sure Corvo's not hiding down there first. Maybe you're right about that guy.
Interesting.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
Hiram Burroughs, formerly the Lord Regent, has confessed to heinous crimes against the people of Dunwall. He shall be confined to the Coldridge prison until the proper authorities decide his sentence.
There's a dude there, that's for sure. Oh, Emily's up, okay.
I, Admiral Barley Havelock, humbly accept the mantle of Lord Regent of the State of Bristol and all of its imperial possessions, notably
Interesting.
the capital city of Dunwall. I fervently hope my tenure will be a short one, and that the rightful heir will take her place within a mere decade or so.
Ah, fudge. Well, yeah, might as well.
Please, no! Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been...
Yep. Heard it before. Give me your keys.
Look at this mess. Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's... Long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left town.
That's what a rational person would do. Not this guy. You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Caldwell girl from him the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage and only let him out at night.
Criminal mind, huh? So what's he doing now?
Waiting. He's probably watching us right now. With that crazy mask on. Creeping closer and closer, ever closer, until...
Cut it out. What's so impressive about Corvo anyway? Who's he got up against? A couple of high overseers, a couple of noblemen? He could never stand up to men with our training.
Well, now I do hope he shows up. I want to see you run through.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Hiram Burroughs, formerly the Lord Regent, has confessed to heinous crimes against the people of Dunwall. He shall be confined to the Coldridge Prison until the proper authorities decide.
Place your body back here, sir.
I, Admiral Farley Hemlock, humbly accept the mantle of Lord Regent of the State
What is
of
going
England
on?
and all of its imperial possessions, notably the capital city of Dunwall. I fervently hope my tenure will be a short one, and that the rightful heir will take her place within a mere decade or so.
Men are still trying to penetrate the workshop. Closed up tight. We think Piero Joplin's inside. That crackpot natural philosopher.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against his will for some time. We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission is in that building with Piero Joplin. If so, arrest him. But I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of all this. Careful. The place may be booby-trapped and I want him alive. What else?
Yes, sir. Servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small bore pistol. Corvo ran amok.
Turn this building inside out, and it goes without saying, this area is sealed.
Still walkers at all points.
And stay vigilant. Corvo's the most dangerous man in the Empire now, and he has nowhere else to go.
Never thought he'd bother us again. I guess he holds a grudge.
I don't know if he saw me or not. I'm afraid he did. Let's see. What am I looking at?
Servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok before he left.
Turn this building inside out, and it goes without saying, this area is sealed.
Still walkers at all points.
And stay vigilant. Corvo's the most dangerous man in the Empire now, and he has nowhere else to go.
Never thought he'd bother us again. I guess he holds a grudge.
squad after what happened last night? Indeed, I believe so.
Indeed, I believe so. No. Havelock's orders to the guard. Captain Manning, we've tracked the conspiracy to the Hound Pit's pub. Search premises for the natural philosopher Piero, Chaplin, and Anton Sokolov. Do what you must to secure all materials related to the enhanced arc pylon they have been constructing. Question them thoroughly, and once you are certain you have everything they know of the pylon, execute them both. Bring the pylon to me along with its papers and recordings. They may be two of the greatest minds of our age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. I'm keeping Empress Emily Caldwell with me at the lighthouse on King Sparrow Island until we're certain that Corvo and his fellow conspirators have been properly dealt with. Lord Regent Havelock, I've been betrayed. Didn't like that at all. Gotta figure a way out of here. There's just so many dudes to deal with. What's through here? Oh, this isn't here. This is safe. I wonder. Oh, wait. The sewer. There's too many dudes on the street, so maybe my best option is to go under. Perhaps. we'll see if it's the right call. Let's save. Because I don't want to redo this again. I hope... there's one of them crustacean things. If I remember correctly, going that way leads up to the street. This way is next to the warehouse that had Anton. That's out into the water, which I could go around to Piero. It could work out that way. Oh, this is easy. He can see me? Okay, so they don't have that mechanic in the game where if I'm in a bush, they can't see me. Nope. Okay, the waterfront might be a little tad bit more difficult. It's so difficult though with all these tall boys walking around, and I can't. There's no way to non-lethally take care of them. Oh, recording. Who's this?
At last. Time to leave this hovel for some place befitting my station. Now, all the good families of the Empire will look up to Pendleton. Wallace, before your meeting with Avalon downstairs, I want you to haul this to the boat. I'll be recording the most important chapters in the next few days.
Interesting. That comes out right out here in front. Never mind. Not what we want to do. I thought it was further close. I thought it was closer to the place Emily sleeps. Let's see. perfect spot. Considering they can't see me. We'll save. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dudes out here. A lot of dudes. Fudge.
Okay.
Okay, he saw me. Not good. Definitely not good. No bueno. I didn't know there was a dude on the roof. Oh. Dude up there. Dude over there. Yeah. One down, lessen the crowd. Unless you're not a problem. Oh.
As Lord Regent, I hereby claim the title of Grand Admiral of the Fleet and Supreme Commander of the Combined Armies of the Empire. As Lord Regent, I hereby appoint the Lord Trevor Pendleton to the office of Prime Minister. Attention, Dunwall citizens. You are required to remain indoors while preparations are made for the glorious ascension of Emily Caldwin I. Any disruption to public order will be treated as a threat to our sovereign.
I don't think they
Thank
kept
you,
Emily here.
and may this joyous day live in our memories forever.
I think I find a note or something.
Huh?
Fudge. I'm trying to figure this out. we're here. Did we take out the guy yet? No, he's on his way. No way you saw that. That's so stupid, man. Dang. Hey, try this again. Save game. Letter from Emily. Corville, remember before when I mentioned a special drawing I was working for you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope when you get back you see this and like it. I'd like to take it to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight. Samuel was whispering to Callista about a flare launcher that she was supposed to use to call him. He told her to lock the door to my old tower. I heard the Admiral tell the others we are leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse on King Sparrow Island. I hope you get back before then, Emily. Isha pedile vai transgressinha. Is that pylon active?
To converse with someone on my own level.
I couldn't agree more. Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophy itself.
Which you might have pointed out at the time. But it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you.
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your autonomy. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crusts, yes. I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've been lacking thus far.
They're talking all science, like, and whatnot. Yes, indeed, indubitably. Lacking this far.
Seems the conspiracy tried to use old Piero for their own gain and then discard him. But they erred and delivered to me an ally almost as brilliant as myself.
I want to know what this is about.
I will hold up here and can blast the ruffians outside and make good the Academy.
Although, good to see that you still breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us.
Indeed.
I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us.
I like that idea.
Final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there.
I gotta go back.
Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before they put an end to us. We can get this device working, or you can go out and remove our enemies one by one, whichever you think is best.
I like the sound of the arc pylon knocking out every enemy in range. It would save me a lot of trouble. So let's get this done. Assuming I'm safe to roam here because I knocked.
Why is no one making rounds of it?
This better not be a joke.
What? Why is no one making rounds of it?
This better not be a joke. Huh?
Fudge! I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I'll be alright though, we got this. Someone should be making rounds over here. Nah, they're just taking a nap. You know, they work hard enough. Leave them alone. They're sleeping. You can find them anyway. If you do, oh well. Oops. I want to kill people so bad in this game because killing's so cool. The animations. That's the next playthrough. Hopefully the next playthrough I won't even have to be sneaky. I just guns blazing. Ah! Chaos! That's the wrong way.
What? Why is no one making rounds over here?
Huh? This better not be a joke. Nothing after all.
Nice shot.
Why is no one making rounds over here?
You aren't spotting me today. I'm a ninja, a master of disguise. Not really, because you don't get the disguise. Astonishing, my good friend. Now knock out all the enemies, including the tall boys.
Is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious. Or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is
unconscious?
Your opinion? As you wish, Corvo, we will be far away before any of them regain their senses.
Yes, knock them all out. Knock them all out. Ah!
All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
When this arc pylon is charged, no one will dare come near us.
Thank you. Oh my god, I've been knocked out.
Simply amazing. It functioned beyond my greatest expectations. It defies description. A device like this will ensure done.
It worked on the tall boys. No way.
Well, Corvo, I hope we can be considered colleagues again. You were condemned, I was kidnapped. Men like us rise above such things. As to the good Admiral, I believe men such as Havelock start with high-minded intentions. Same with Martin, and maybe even Pendleton, though I suspect he was just lazy. But no one is prepared for the sheer seductive influence of being so close to real power.
We once discussed a system of signals to be used in Emily's tower for communication across the river. I wonder if he remembers that.
They're all knocked out. I want to loot. What do I get from you? Can't carry any more ammo of this type. Now we're just knocked out. General notice, be on watch for members of the conspiracy. Some are still at large. If discovered, they are to be killed on sight. Move the bodies into the kennel, but they are not to be otherwise tampered with. Piero Joplin missing. Interrogate and execute. Anton Sokolov missing. Interrogate and execute. Lydia Brooklane found dead. Wallace Higgins found dead. Corvo Atano believed dead. Assumed missing. Kill on sight. Samuel Beechworth missing. Kill on sight. The woman in the tower is Callista Curnow, and a victim of circumstance, merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do not disturb her, but do not allow her to leave the premises. She is under my protection. Lord Regent Havelock. Oh, he fancies her. Okay. Hey yo.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe.
Letter to Callista. Callista, fret not. I believe there's still hope for Emily and Dunwall. I don't believe Corvo is gone. I'll be searching the river for him, but if you catch wind of him, shoot up a flare using the launcher I placed in Emily's tower, and I'll make my way back as quickly as I can. Keep this tower locked and take care of yourself. Emily's gonna need you when this is over. Samuel.
All his talk of being an honorable military man, but Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe.
Oh, that's
Please,
right.
talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel set this here in case you returned. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the Watch won't see him.
Awesome.
Now that you've eliminated the City Watch, I can find my way out of here. But there's no way I can help Emily the way you can. I saw Samuel on the river earlier. I'm sure he'll take you where you need to go. One last trip, I expect.
Indeed.
I had one job. Take care of Emily. I tried as best I could. Go after Emily. I'll be fine. I really can't believe they did this, but if they were willing to kill to get what they wanted, I guess they'd be willing to do anything.
Yeah.
Havelock is a power-hungry bastard. I can't stand the thought of her in his dirty hands. He knew you wouldn't let him use her.
He would. Or he did.
I guess the Admiral had a change of heart. And maybe Martin helped him along. Pendleton just went with them. That coward.
Samuel, old buddy, old pal. How you doing, you old pirate?
Thought I'd find you here. It never pays to bet against you, does it? I
Nope.
saw the signal. I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do.
Indeed. Going to King Spedder Island.
Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
Let's go take care of them. There's, oh cool, one rune. I didn't think there was a painting or anything else here. They found a body? What the heck? It's okay. I didn't get detected, so we're good. That was way too short for a video. Well, I guess we're finishing it.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight.
Indeed.
I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to reach the floor, the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again.
Maybe. I see a pylon.
If anyone deserves it, you do. Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me.
Unfortunately.
I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, respect you. The city's gonna pull itself up, I believe. Too many good people here to let it all turn to ashes. I'd best be going. The battlefield's no place for an old sailor like me. That time is long past. Good luck, my friend.
Indeed, you too, brother. Good luck. Alright. There's a rune here. Everywhere. The pylons are gonna be a pain. That looks like something. Too bad I don't think normal blink is gonna be able to reach it. Give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's continue this. Let's get this dude out of the way. Should I save? Oh, that thing. Oh, okay, it's not gonna turn all the way over here. Cool. Oh, wait, it's got a platform. I didn't see that before. Yes, sleep darts. Love them. He'll see me that way. Save. It definitely heard me. Now they're alerted. Now I gotta reload my save. Ah, that'll be fine. I did. Guess he turned around. I don't know. Guess I'll just use one. Nope. And the fortress things have little hatches with supplies on them. Hey, no, go away.
Stop!
You should not have been able to see me. But y'all came to check the pylon because I took the power cell out. Gotcha. Great. That's too close to there. I don't want people to see you, so right here's good. Yeah. Queen. That's a way in. Better save. This dude's still right. Oh, you're going there. Dang it! See, objects blocking my freaking teleporting. Or I'm just bad, but either way. What's going on? Let's continue.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe.
Where did they come from? It's freaking scary as balls.
Things are bad. But this is getting worse. Never doubt that. Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
It spotted me. The darn machine! I gotta take it out. I gotta figure out how to take it out so it doesn't see me. Oh, we're back here. Best bet's down there. That went horribly wrong. Did I grab it? Oh, it's just a look thing. That did not end well. Trying to think of a way. Let's see how far this thing turns. To the left. Because maybe we can get on that little platform right there. We about had it. Yes! Overseer with the music box. Guard, guard, guard. Very good. I couldn't tell if the dude was coming down or not. But what do we have here? Can we get up here? Yes. Hatch. Goes there.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Yes, of course.
I'm gonna save right here because I don't want to reload this one again. Got lucky on the jump.
Huh?
Yep, that's exactly why I saved. Okay, onward. Don't jump here, there's a dude there. Fudge. Yeah, he saw me. Not doing my best. Like I normally would be. Hard to hear right now, especially with the controller being dumb. The audio jack part, where the headset plugs in, is messed up, and I'm only getting sound in the left headphone. Drag you down below, brother. Sleepy time. Mission switch. We open that one.
Squad after what happened last night?
Never doubt.
I am one with the shadows. Down to below you go, bro. Is there a pylon? No, but there's a dude there I don't like. We'll get him in a minute. Yes, knocked out. Best bet's to go through the sewer right here. I created a new save by accident. It's okay though. Alright. Down below you go, bro. You're gonna be like, where am I? This is cool. Sneaky, sneaky. Right? Let's save again because I don't want to get spotted from somewhere I don't see. Have to take out that other guy again. Control room key needed. Darn. Who has the control room key? One of the dudes out there? Probably. I have a plan. Actually, if this plan fails... Let's see where this goes. Ooh, secret area. Do 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 do. I don't know if there's a dude up here or not. I hope not. Try to dispatch him if there is. Out of order. Open by lever elsewhere. There's a dude right there. Got the control room key, let's go! That dude saw me somewhere, I don't know where though. I wonder. I'm gonna save because I don't know what this does. If this gets me caught or something like that, I reload and avoid. Oh. Hello, you. More secret entrances. Nice. What is that? Oh. Oh, he's dead. Ah, shoot. He wasn't sleeping anymore. I did not. That's so nerve-wracking. Nice. Okay, he's still knocked out. We're good. I'm not done with this area. I want to explore it all. Any little nooks and secrets that may be waiting to be found. Save. I got 2 left. There are a lot of guards over here. Holy crap. I got a thing up there, which is not good for me. Where's the dude at? He's probably below. Oh, book. What a key. The lighthouse, excerpt from a recent historical work on King Sparrow Island. King Sparrow Island sits in the middle of the Redhaven River and up through the previous century. It was only used by fishermen and for occasional religious ceremonies. During the time of the Morley insurrection, a fort and naval dock were added to the island as a means of protecting the city from attacks by sea. In the time of the Rat Plague crisis, shortly after the tragic death of Empress Jessamine Caldwell, Dunwell's acting regent Harry M. Burroughs commissioned the construction of a modernized military installation and lighthouse on the island. Burroughs' lighthouse, only recently completed, is widely considered to be one of the marvels of the modern age, humming with Sokolov's technologies powered by processed whale oil. Do that.
Whiskey and cigars tonight? Never doubt. You'll get your own squad after what happened last night?
No, he saw me. Dang it! Not this far back. Why isn't that? It's fine. Oh great, we're back here. Gotta do that work all over again. Damn it. Okay. Oh, cool. I got a trophy for deactivating at least 5 security systems on King Sparrow Island. That's cool. It's a neat little trophy. So many dang guards. Why are there so many over there? Did they wake up or something? So many guards though.
Smell you from here. I don't need shit.
one down there. We'll save right here. Because I'm exploring all this place, dang it.
Who turned off the wall of lights by the dock?
Yeah, couldn't tell you. The whole place is turning into a madhouse, if you ask me.
Oh, I don't think there's anything special in here. Cool lifeboat station. So that's a lifeboat station. That's in there. What's over here? Nothing, just a wall. Machine room, we were in there. Now we go into the secret entrance. We're gonna stay right here because we're further up. Okay, that hurts. We'll be fine.
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the overseers?
Fudge. Whoa. What's up here? There's gotta be something up here, because that's the main way. Oh, roof hatch. Okay, cool. Yes. We're gonna do it. We're gonna rescue Emily.
Yes, of course.
As soon as you turn around, I'm coming for you, buddy. Yep, there you go. I don't think anyone's gonna find you, so we're just gonna leave you here. Going up. Nothing. The light at the edge. Ugh. This switch goes up there. You don't want that right now though, because we don't need to get up there like that, because we can do this. I don't think we're supposed to be up here just yet.
Remember when this was just...
Havelock log entry 7. We could not have done any of this without Corvo, and for that I will be grateful, but I fear he did not have the vision to see the future we must achieve for Dunwall. We will not maintain our grip on the Empire with the little girl setting policy, and I believe Corvo's loyalty to the Caldwell women would have clouded his head. Is she truly his daughter? We will take Dunwall to the pinnacle of strength, but Corvo's role in this cannot ever be recognized. He must be vilified, and when I take the reins of the city of the Empire, I will be seen as a hero and the protector. Havelock log entry 6. Until we get through all this and hold the coronation, nothing's certain. Dunwall Tower has got its own culture, and no telling what could happen if we moved into the place too soon. Next steps must be handled carefully. Things are happening quickly now. I need time to think. Havelock log entry 5. Teague Martin is now High Overseer. He is a clever one, and his ideas have taken us very far. Considering where he comes from, he should be very pleased with himself. Now we can be assured that the Overseers will support our claims, whatever they may be. There is only one man now standing between us and complete control of the Empire. The Lord Regent will soon find himself staring into that hideous mask of Corvo's. Of that I have no doubt, but what happens after that? Havelock log entry 4. He is returning now with Anton Sokolov over his shoulder. Simply amazing. Not only can Corvo project lethal force, he can do an extraction that I didn't think possible, and soon the two greatest minds of the Empire will be here together. If I could get these rivals to cooperate, they could create weapons and tools of unimaginable power. If I could command both of them, well, I'll wait to measure their dispositions toward one another before following that line of thought. Entry 3. Pendleton was willing to go further than I thought. He served up his own flesh and blood to the cause, and I can see that he's truly loyal to the Empire. Could I have done the same if my brother was still alive today? Probably, undoubtedly. Many innocents must be sacrificed for the good of Dunwall. Every loyal watchman that falls beneath Corvo's blade is giving his life for the Empire. Entry 2. Well, it seems we have invested in the right man with Corvo. Not only did he free Martin from the office of the High Overseer, but he went into that Viper's nest and sorted out Campbell personally. With Corvo in our company, I suspect there is no one in the world we cannot touch. We are now committed to this path. There is no turning back. Entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeed in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force in the globe. But back to Corvo, can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5.
Being shared by a few
You've done such things. Cowardly things that I'm ashamed of. How could anyone ever forgive us? Would they? Even if things are better?
Martin, such a clever.
No, that's not how it works.
Talent's wasted.
Once the pure dirt, everything gets muddy. If anyone ever knew, we'd all lose our heads for this.
Objective.
If we ever control them with the Corvo,
Samuel,
that's the question.
useless old, hungry for
We need to
purpose.
make our final. We need to make it clean.
Couldn't believe it.
No loose ends. Only a few in the know.
This is all
The
Martin.
ones with the most to lose.
We hadn't helped Corvo get out of prison. Corvo hadn't been so damn good at his job. We hadn't gotten greedy, afraid. Always too sure that was the problem. Never hesitated. Too sure of what I wanted. Too sure of what I wanted to do when other men stopped to consider me. Saw it as a weakness. I know Corvo's coming for me just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing. It's only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a countermeasure. It's all fallen apart. All the steps that led us here made sense. When I was young, I went to sea, took command of a ship, and made aimless men into sailors. Made a collection of boats into a navy. Then founded a conspiracy and almost led an empire. No compromise. Never showed mercy. Never showed weakness. I showed the world what mattered. Will and vision. And not being afraid of getting dirty.
Is Martin dead? Did he kill Martin? The guy in the chair? Oh, he did. Oh, Pendleton's also dead. They were poisoned. Jello. I will let you out. I'm just looking for any collectibles. There aren't. Okay. Admiralty in the fleet, excerpt from a book on naval history. While each of the Isles has some sort of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long and proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews had been seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Rinhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final nesting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Okay. I don't think there's anything to grab.
Who is that? Admiral Havelock? If you don't let me out, I'm going to make you stand in a corner until you learn how to behave.
Stand in the corner until you learn how to behave. What's up there for then? I don't know. I knocked him out. Long live the Empress.
Corvo! I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
Resolution. You completed the game. Oh my god. Completed the game without killing anyone. Awesome. Ghost. Completed all missions after the prologue, alerting or killing no one but key targets. Awesome. Shadow. You completed all missions after the prologue without alerting anyone. We got that trophy. Awesome. Continue. The end. We're at the end of the story for the first playthrough, which is killing no one.
So ends the interregnum, and now Emily Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm.
It's me!
You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is, with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand. And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector.
Indeed, I'm her father.
Corvo.
Completed the game in low chaos. I'm glad we did it. So basically, freaking Piero and Sokolov together, they come up with a cure for the plague. Granny Rags. Oh, cool. Voice actors. I knew I recognized Emily's voice. Can I skip this? Oh, I can. Cool. Downloadable content. Dunwall City Trials, The Knife of Dunwall, and the Brigmore Witches. Oh, we have DLC? I forgot about that. So, what trophies do we have left then for this game? We're 28 out of 81. We have a lot. Killed characters with each weapon and offensive gadget. Killed an enemy with a wall of light. You assassinated. You may kill their own allies. Unintentional suicide. Stayed in possession of others for... Okay. Collected all Sokolov paintings. Okay, complete all Granny Game in High Chaos. Complete the Game in High Chaos. Complete all Granny Rag side missions. Art. You got the art dealer's safe combination for Slackjaw, but robbed the safe first. Killed Morgan Pendleton with steam. Took possession of a fish. Used a rat tunnel. Grabbed a live grenade and threw it back, killing an attacker. Killed a tall boy using only your sword. Okay, Dunwall City Trials. Okay. Well, So some of these are DLC trophies, which we don't need for Platinum. We just gotta complete the base game trophies. So what I'm probably gonna do is I don't know about tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Is well, whenever I'm back on Dishonored, that's when we'll start playthrough number 2, which will be lethal killing and such. And we'll start from the beginning and kill people. We're not even gonna sneak. We're just gonna go in. We're gonna assassinate people, of course, and hopefully by the end of that second playthrough, hopefully it'll go quicker too, because I'm not stealthy and I'm not having to reload because I've messed up on not getting seen. That playthrough might be quicker in terms of video length as well, and how long it'll take me to do it. And then after that, I might do DLC just to do it. What I'll think about it, cause the first playthrough's okay. It's all stealth, but it's just 2 playthroughs for the game. At most, and then it's DLC. Not starting on it today. Definitely not, because I just finished it, so that's the end of playthrough 1. I don't want to start playthrough 2 on the same video as the first one ended. And I want to do the DLC after I'm done with the main game. But yeah, to platinum it, I need to do 2 playthroughs. And that's what I do on here, on Twitch, is the games I do play that are single player, I try to platinum them. I did it with the Batman games, and so yeah, we'll do it here. Yeah, I'll do the second playthrough, yeah. Okay. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. As always, trying to get to 10 followers would be a big help if you followed. Don't have to, though. Totally up to you. Fate is your own. And this will always be on YouTube. And in the future, the games I play that I don't stream, that have a photo mode, I have not decided if I want to make the Instagram I post those on public yet. I don't think I'm that good at doing video game photography, but I try. And maybe I'm doing it pointlessly, who knows. At least they're somewhere. They're saved. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.